With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jackson looking to throw right away. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it's going to be second down. You look at this Raiders defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Now a first carry here. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first downs. This defense, they've come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes.
What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football, so instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll look to throw again.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
It's awfully good to see Andrews back on the field after suffering that tough leg injury a season ago. He's been a perennial Pro Bowler throughout his career, and the Ravens believe he'll get right back to that status in this season.
Again, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play action. Now Jackson. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the 1st half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
No, we changed it. Hey.
Jackson. That is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Back to throw again.
Got his man. It's Thornton. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. No gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 25 yards that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's their quarterback with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Hill shedding the tackle.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To throw is Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson.
That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
This is caught at the 20. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious?
Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On second down, they'll run it here. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Forced out to his left. Escapes the sack. And he'll just get rid of it.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now it's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun with Henry. Oh, look at the juke. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around.
Here's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Raiders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Gets it downfield to Mayer.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll set up a throw.
He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Brock Bowers.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
At the 24-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Now Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a wise decision. Remember, he threw the pick on the last drive. This time he says, I'm not forcing one. I'm just getting it out of here.
Jackson now. He finds Hopkins complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw again is Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Henry up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They go play action with Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Henry will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Third and goal. Jackson rolling to his right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Oh, some strong running. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Well, plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Flush to his right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Now 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. He's back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Trey Tucker from 4 yards out. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Jackson. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Jackson.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Throwing, Jackson.
Flushed out right. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Jackson.
Hopkins making the catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Jackson to throw.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Third and 12.
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Raiders, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.